What did God do about all this?
You remember what a prophet is, right?
Someone who delivers God's messages.
That's right. This period of Israel's history is the story of kings doing really bad things, and God's prophets saying, "Stop it, or there's gonna be trouble."
The two prophets we hear the most about in 1st and 2nd Kings are two guys with very similar sounding names, Elijah and Elisha. God used Elijah and Elisha to do all sorts of interesting miracles.
Like what?
Well, let's show a few. With a song, like this one.
And now, the fabulous Bentley Brothers.
On the banks of the Jordan River, Elijah removed his coat. Elisha thought he was preparing for a swim, but Elijah said no. Nope. He smacked the water with his jacket and split that river in two. They walked right across on dry land. Now that's much cooler than using a canoe. But canoes are cool. Paddle boats are not cool. But if you are really into miracle working, to prophet best friends with names similarly sounding, then 2nd Kings is for you. Elisha got some stew for his buddies, but somebody added poisonous gourds. Elisha just threw in some flour. Now it's okay, go on and dip you some more. All the prophets were gathered at the river. Somebody sunk an iron axe head. Elisha threw a stick and that axe head floated up. Now that's much cooler than using a magnet. But magnets are cool. Magnet schools are not quite as cool. But if you want the scoop on contaminated soup, or if you think you want to make everything's bouillon, then 2nd Kings is for you. But 2nd Kings is not all miracles and coolness. It gets downright discouraging at times. The people of Israel and Judah push God right out of their minds. Forgetting God ain't cool. I wouldn't recommend that for you, but I do suggest you maybe rent a canoe and get yourself a crew of ancient prophets too. Bring some magnets with you and a thermos of gourd stew, 'cause 2nd Kings is for you.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Yep, they did lots of other miracles too. Those are just a few. Elijah came first. He's the one with the J-A-H at the end of his name. Elijah first appears during the time of evil King Ahab and nasty Queen Jezebel.
Whoa, Queen Jezebel wanted to kill all of God's prophets, right?
She sure did. Elijah had to go hide in the wilderness. God kept him alive by having ravens, that's a kind of bird, bring him food to eat.
Wow, fed by birds.
I wonder if the ravens had little biplanes.
No, birds don't need biplanes. They can fly.
I know, but it'd be cute if they had little biplanes.
Let's get back to the story.
God kept Elijah safe and healthy so he could confront evil King Ahab in the most famous story in 1st Kings.
Don't tell me, the parting of the Red Sea.
That was in Exodus.
David and Goliath.
Wrong.
The Princess and the Pea.
That's not even a Bible story.
It was the story of Elijah and the 450 prophets of Baal.
Ooh, that sounds like a good one.
Yes, it's an amazing story. God was tired of his children worshiping Baal, and he wanted to show once and for all that he was the true God and that Baal was a fake. So he had Elijah challenge 450 of Queen Jezebel's prophets of Baal to a little contest.
I love contests. What kind was it? Pie eating? A potato sack race?
No, this was ancient Israel, not the county fair. Elijah had them build 2 altars. An altar was a pile of stones where they would burn a sacrifice for God, either grain or an animal they'd use for food. In this case, it was 2 bulls. They put wood on the altar for the fire and then the sacrifice on top of that. Usually now the priests would light the wood on fire to burn the sacrifice, but Elijah said, nope, we're not going to start the fires. Instead, all you prophets of Baal call on Baal to light the fire, and I'll call on Israel's God. Whichever God lights the fire is the real God.
Well, this is gonna get interesting.
Oh, yes, it was. Jezebel's prophets called on Baal all morning. They screamed and shouted. They jumped around. They even beat themselves up and cut themselves with swords to get Baal's attention. But nothing happened. After a few hours, Elijah started making fun of Baal. He said, maybe your God is asleep, or maybe he's in the bathroom.
Wait, he actually said maybe your God is in the bathroom?
Different Bibles interpret this Hebrew phrase different ways, either as busy or as relieving himself, which means going to the bathroom.
This is my new favorite Bible story.
Oh dear.
Did Baal ever show up?
Of course not. He's fake. Now it was Elijah's turn. Only to make God's power even more clear, he drenched his altar with water. The sacrifice, the wood, everything, all soaking wet.
Wait, how's God gonna light it on fire if it's all wet?
God can do anything, right?
Oh, right.
Then Elijah prayed and said, answer me, O Lord, so that these people will know that you, O Lord, are God. And boom!
Ah, she scared me.
Boom! Fire came down from heaven. It burned up the sacrifice, burned up the wood, and even burned up the rocks and the water that was on the ground.
Whoa, I bet that got the people's attention.
It sure did. All the people fell on their faces and cried out, "The Lord, He is God! The Lord, He is God!" Hey there, all you Israelites. You've seen a few amazing sights. You crossed the sea on dry ground, seen fire from heaven raining down. So to our God, it's time to bring a song of praise. It's time to sing.
The Lord is God. The Lord is God.
Hey there, followers of Baal. We heard you whine, we heard you wail. You smacked each other in the head for nothing, cause your God is dead. You lived a lie, your right was wrong. So leave that lie and join our song.
The Lord is God. The Lord is God.
Now as for all you folks at home, is there a God you call your own? Like money, beauty, or success? You hope they'll bring you happiness? Now do not whine and do not wail. Those gods are just as dead as Baal. So join me and the Israelites and God will show you mighty sights. If He comes first, it won't be long till you can sing our happy song.
The Lord is God.
Oh yeah.
The Lord is God. The Lord is God.
That's right.
Need any help?
No, we're good.
The books of 1st and 2nd Kings are a lot like the book of Judges. Remember that one with the cycle of apostasy? The Israelites keep forgetting about God and chasing after the fake gods of their neighbors. Elijah's victory over the prophets of Baal is a great moment, but does it last?
Yeah, does it? Will they follow God now?
Will they set an example for the rest of the world so the whole world can learn about God too?
He isn't gonna tell us, is he?
I don't think he is.
I'm gonna fly my biplane right into him.
No, Ian, I don't think God would want you to do that.
Oh, right. What if I just graze him?
Hold on, fellas. We'll find out all these answers in our next episode. See you then.